Good afternoon. How are you diddling? Excellent. Me too. Thank you very much for asking. Sorry for the last minute suddenly jumping on, not giving you any warning, coughing in your face because I couldn't breathe. How are you doing anyway? Excellent. So yes, I couldn't go live yesterday. Daddy Day took a turn for the not napping type of thing, and the day just ran away with me. But I'm here right now, very quickly, to talk about what I was going to talk about yesterday, because yesterday was the 1st of March, and it's an important day. It's the start of a brand new month, so I wanted to kind of give you some passion to kind of go away and work on your social media content with. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about is something that I wish people had spoken to me about when I first started working in social media or working on social media back in the days of Yahoo forums and MySpace. So we're talking like 15 years ago now. And the kind of the 3 rules that I live by, that I make sure my content lives by, that I make sure I work by, and hopefully you'll get some value from them as well, which is quite apt, me saying that, and you'll find out why in just a moment. First things first, though, who am I to tell you anything about social media, about video content? Well, I'm Simon Scholes. I'm the founder and creative director of Perception Studios. We're an award-winning visual marketing agency. We help brands and businesses create content that makes them stand out on social media. Now, that could be video, animation, aerial, graphical, could even be audio. But what we're basically trying to do is help you look different and really start shouting in a room full of people shouting in a different way. However, a few years ago, it became very obvious to me that not every brand and business was necessarily in a position to spend money on having content created for their marketing or for their content or for their products to showcase them. But I still really wanted to help these brands and businesses understand what they could do themselves for free, my second favorite 4-letter word in the entire world. So I sat down and went through a process I'd used myself. I'd used it with clients. I'd stood on stage and spoken about it. And I turned it into a book and called it How to 9 Times Your Social Media. And that book went to #1, which was really cool. And you can still get hold of it in the bargain bin right now on Amazon for like 99p. Links in the section below. And yeah, it's just all about basically creating content, planning it through to podcasting, and a whole heap of stuff that goes on in between as well, which is basically making that content work harder for you. And if you're willing to sit down and learn a few different skill sets, then you can kind of make loads of content for yourselves. And you can watch my content for free, or you can go download the book for 99p and still watch my content for free, whatever you want to do. But I just want to try and help you get on that content creation journey. That's all I'm bothered about. I don't care if you spend any money with me, whatever. Maybe talk about me. That would be quite nice, as long as you're saying nice things. But basically, I'm just here to try and help you get started creating that content for your brand, for your business, so that when we get to the end of this month and we're kind of rolling into April the 12th, which is the day that a lot of businesses are starting to reopen again, people are talking about you. People know who you are. People know the pain that you remove, the value that you've got to give. And there's that word again. And we're going to come across that in just a second. So I want to give you my 3 main rules. And if you've been following my social media over the last few weeks, you will have seen this popping up on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and lots of different places, TikTok, video content, all sorts of stuff. So my 3 basic rules, if you are looking to grow organically on social media, and this isn't if you're going to spend money, this is if you're going to grow organically, is consistency, it's patience, and it's value. Now, the reason those are my 3 rules are, well, they're very simple things and basic rules that you can stick to quite easily if you put in a little bit of effort. You can be consistent putting your content out. You can learn an element of patience, not expect everything to happen like that. And you can give value. You are a voice of authority in your sector of expertise. And all you've got to do is just rack your brains a little bit and think, right, okay, so I know what I'm talking about. So what could I give people to help them in my area of expertise? There will be an audience for that niche, for that expertise. You're going to help them remove that pain without necessarily charging them for it. It's what I do. Every single day with my content, I give generic advice about what you can do on social media for your brand and for your business. Now, if you want more specific to your brand and your business, then we can have a one-to-one, we can have a consultation, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you understand what you can do yourself for free. And you can do the same with your brand and your business. And I use these as examples all the time, but if you're an accountant, for example, then you can put out content that is explaining to people what they're able to claim for or how they can claim for fuel when they're putting through the tax returns. If you're an electrician, you don't want to get called out just for every single light switch change, because the call out charge is probably more than the job's worth, and the person feels a little bit ripped off and it doesn't give you a good reputation. But if somebody rang you up and said, can you come and change my light switch? And they're not a little old lady who's not necessarily capable, or a little old man who can't necessarily do it, then if they're in a position and are actually capable and able to do the job, which you can ask them through a series of questions, then you can direct them to content you've created where you show them how to change a light switch. And in fact, you could create multiple videos. Here's how to change a light switch. Here's how to change a light switch to a dimmer switch. All those different types of things. Here's how to change a light switch and what to look out for that might require an expert to come in and fix. All those little things you could create videos for and point people towards them if they come to you, and they'll feel that you've given them value, you've removed the pain of them not knowing how to change a light switch and taught them how to do it, and saved them the money. And so that when those big jobs do come in, they're more likely to come to you. And so every brand, every business has got the capability of doing this with their content. And that's the element of value I want you to think about. When you're putting out your content and you're not necessarily putting money behind it to use it as an advertising tool to try and sell your product, what is it that you're happy to give away? What is the advice? What is the value, the pain points that your value is able to give and that you're happy to give for free, in the knowledge that it will help you build your community, build your tribe, essentially, of people who give a shit about what it is that you've got to say, that you're putting out on social media on a regular basis, because you're going to be consistent, because that's one of the rules. And it's that simple. Be consistent, be patient, wait for your channels and things like that to get traction, to build a community, and give value. That's all you need. Don't worry about vanity metrics. Don't worry about thousands of people liking a video straight away. It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, don't listen to anybody who tells you they can create you viral content, because they are leading you up a garden path and are talking utter bullshit. Absolutely. There is no magic formula to creating a viral piece of content. There are rules you can work around, but there is never a guarantee. And anybody who does guarantee you it is talking rubbish. So I want you to leave this video when I come to a close and consider consistency with your content. So putting out content on a regular basis. Now, the rules are changing all the time. They have been consistently changing through lockdown. So for an example, when lockdown hadn't already hit, the numbers we're looking at, if you wanted a good reach on social media, for example, Instagram, you would need to post once, twice, 3 times a day. 3 times a day being the most optimum, because a piece of content will last 8 hours at best on Instagram before it is cannibalized and swallowed into everybody else's content that they're posting on the same subject matter and the same hashtags. It's different for every platform. Now, if you want the new numbers, go out and find them. Just Google. It's really, really simple. How long will my content last on Twitter? How long will my content last on Instagram? These numbers are constantly evolving. So whatever numbers you find, probably take them with a pinch of salt. This is why I'm not giving you numbers right now, because there hasn't been a definitive guide as to how long content is lasting right now. Instagram will probably be down to about 4 hours. Well, nobody wants to be posting 6 pieces of content a day on Instagram. So you need to suss out a little bit more about when your audience is on there. And that's a little bit more specific to you one-to-one. But just take a look and see how long content lasts, and then think about what you could be posting on those channels and how often you want to be posting on certain channels. And use the rule that I tend to work with people, which is like a 70-30 split, 70% putting your effort into one particular channel where your audience is definitely hanging out. But just remembering these other social media channels do exist, and putting 30% of your effort into those is not a bad call, because there's a chance somebody will see it, there'll be momentum gained, and more people will see it because they're sharing it, and so on and so forth. And you could gain audience and community, and potentially even people who are going to spend money with you, customers, from those other channels. So be consistent, be patient. Remember, those numbers are not going to come quickly. Vanity metrics don't matter. and give value. Lots of people will argue against this at the moment, but it's still the fact of the matter. We are bombarded with 6,000 to 10,000 advertising messages every single day. Now, unless yours is really freaking amazing, the chances are it's going to get swallowed up and not seen. So consistency is one of those things that's going to help you. How else do you stand out? Well, you don't sell. You give value. That's not to say you never sell. I am not saying that. You can drop in the odd sales message here or there. On Instagram, for example, maybe put one sales message into every 9. That's the first 9 that people will probably see on your grid. So they can go, oh, yeah, they do stuff, but they're giving loads of value as well. Oh, yeah, they do stuff, but they're giving loads of value as well as they keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Think about it that way. Try not to oversell. Try not to hit people in the face all the time with a sales message. You'll just put them off, give them lots of value, and then say, by the way, I do this. Now, yes, at some point or another, somebody's going to stumble across your message for the first time, and it could be one of the sales messages. But hopefully, if you've created your sales messages nicely and well, and actually specifically directed at a certain person, then if that person gets to see that content, and hopefully will do because you've used the right hashtags, then that will draw them back into your profile and they'll see some of the other value you've got to give and understand that you're not just out for a quick sell, that you do actually have something to offer, that you are actually a voice of authority in the area that you're an expert. Okay, right. I think I've rambled on for long enough. I'm going to disappear. But thank you very much for watching today. Hopefully, you're going to live by those rules as well. I'm not saying you have to literally live by them, but it would be good that you kind of implement them into your social media, especially into your marketing and the content you're going to be putting out in March. March is going to be a really important month. Like I say, we're going to get to the end of this month, and then we've got really 2 weeks, and then everything is going to change a little bit. It's not going to say it's going to be the new normal, but hopefully businesses are going to be opening up again. People are going to start spending some money again. And if they know who you are, the value you give, the pain you remove, what it is that you do, the brand that you are, the chances are they might come and spend that money with you. It's not saying they will, but they might. But they definitely won't if they don't know you exist. Right, I'm going to disappear. Thank you very much for watching. If you're brand new, please do hit the subscribe button, whatever platform you're watching on, be that Twitch, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. And don't forget, on Facebook and YouTube, you can hit the notification bell so you never miss another live from me at all. I'll be back again tomorrow around about midday-ish for another episode of Dazed and Confused, my 3 times a week live show. And until then, I will say thank you very much for watching. And please, as always, continue to stay safe and have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye.